modem and notebook and walk around with it. I mean, it's not going to work, right? So they're going to put these PCMCIA cards in notebooks now until Intel can supply it directly into the notebooks, embedded into the notebooks. ZTE Sprint is building a mobile WiMax network, and they're going to use ZTE's mobile WiMax devices and cards, etc., etc., etc. They told me they have a bunch of things that Sprint has certified and Sprint will use. There are a bunch of Chinese companies, again, that are going to be working on these mobile handsets. And my vision is a TDS CDMA handset and WiMax handset for the China market, CDMA 2000 EVDO WiMax for Sprint, and maybe even a WCDMA handset for, looks to me like Vodafone has now jumped into this, and Vodafone will be wanting that kind of handset as well down the road. Next. Future of mobile broadband devices. Basically, we're looking at ultra-mobile PC technology utilizing 3G, WAN, Wi-Fi, and that's what you have right now. If you want to buy one of these devices, really expensive, about $2,000, but you can buy one of these devices now. Embedded wireless wide area network, and you've got your Wi-Fi technology now. But it's moving towards this. 3G, WiMax, and Wi-Fi for in-building coverage. You can't roam with Wi-Fi. You can roam, metro roaming, and interoperability in various countries with WiMax. And of course, 3G is cheap. In India, less than 1 cent to make a phone call. It's very, very cheap. And it's cheap in the emerging markets, and it's not too expensive now in developed markets. They give away free minutes in North America. Anyway, this is the future. There's something called the Montly chipset, and that's going to be the Intel Mobile WiMax and Wi-Fi chip. All this technology is developing as we speak, and Clearwire actually successfully completed mobile WiMax trials in Portland, Oregon recently, and they also got the FCC approval for the PCMCIA WiMax cards. There are a bunch of companies now that are making them, and Clearwire is going to use some of them for their next strategy and phase, which will be real WiMax deployment, probably by September, October, November timeframe this year in most North American markets. Next, WiMax devices. So last year we had customer premise certified devices. This year we've got mobile or portable WiMax certified devices. Next year we're going to have it in handsets. It's actually going to go into camcorders, cameras, AV devices, gaming devices, computers, notebooks. It's going to go everywhere. It's going to go everywhere. Next. Let's talk a little bit about Taiwan now. So we're talking about China, which does understand the importance of WiMax, is trying to capitalize on WiMax, is happy that the IP is not owned by just one company like it is for CDMA technology with Qualcomm. The IP is owned amongst at least 1,000 companies, or at least 1,000 patents among like a few hundred companies. So there's no problem of somebody monopolizing the technology, or at least that's basically what's been stated. Let's talk about the M-Taiwan project. Has anybody ever heard of this? This project is now undergoing the bidding phase right now, and by the end of this month will be the awarding of licenses for mobile WiMax in Taiwan. And, well, what are the opportunities in Taiwan for mainland Chinese companies? What are the opportunities? You know, the mainland Chinese companies are very successful now selling converged mobile devices into the Taiwan market, into the South Korean market, into Hong Kong. These are great markets for high-end devices, and Chinese companies all want to move up the value chain to make mobile devices that are at least cost more money and add more value. Nobody wants to sell low-end handsets. There's no profit in doing that anymore. Anyway, equipment is, so what are the reasons and what are the opportunities? The Taiwanese companies are going to make a lot of CPE equipment, and they're going to be the ones doing the ODM and OEM design manufacture for the brand name companies like Nokia, Motorola, and all these other companies that make premise equipment, base station equipment, etc., etc. And I'll elaborate on this a bit more.